She leave her phone in the car because that's playing the music on the aux. We tuning out. She go to get the kids. I see homie cuz name pop up like 4 or 5 times on the caller ID. I'm like, oh, what's this about? Like a text message. Welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Mike Murphy. I am your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Hey, before we go any further, please do me a favor. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, stop what you're doing and hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend. Any way that you can help contribute to growing the audience on my channel, I greatly appreciate it because I said it before, I'll say it again. Without you, there is no me, and for that, I am forever thankful. Today's episode, we're going back to 2016 where I got caught cheating on my girlfriend. Well, I didn't get caught, I told on myself. But it ain't like y'all thinking. So before we get into that, let me take you back and preface the whole thing. So 2010, I meet this girl, like September. We hitting it off, everything's going good for like 2 weeks. Then she says, yo, I need to be honest with you. I don't like living in Pittsburgh. So I put in job applications in Arizona. I don't know what's going to happen with them, but if I get one of the jobs, I'm going to leave. So I want to give you the option of letting you, either continue to talk and we see where this goes, or we just cut it off right now and just be friends still. And I ain't gonna lie, I hadn't even beat yet. We went on a couple of dates. I spent a couple of dollars. I mean, nothing crazy, but I still wanted to know what the yams was looking like. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to peel open her oven door, bake her buns. So I was like, nah, let's just keep talking. She's like, all right, cool. I just wanted to let you know. I was like, bet. So we talking about 6 months. She hits me and goes, yo, bad news. I'm like, oh, what happened? She was like, I got a job offer in Arizona. I'm gonna take it. I took it. And I'm supposed to be leaving in a month. So I think you and I should just break up now and just be friends. So it's not as difficult when it's time for me to leave in a month. And I'm thinking that the love is going to conquer all. Like, yo, you picking the job over love? I'm thinking it's like some fairy tale notebook shit. You know what I'm saying? Where she going to pick me over the career. She was like, nah, I don't want to live here. She's like, if you want, you're more than welcome to come with me. We could be together out there. Now, she knew damn well wasn't leaving my daughter, who was 1 at the time, to go out there for a girl I just met 6 months ago. That wasn't happening. You know what I mean? So her offering me to come just seemed like a like a gesture. You know what I mean? Like an empty gesture or whatever. It's like when we tell the government to stop the police to stop brutalizing black people, and they're like, "Hey, we painted a crosswalk for you." You're like, "Fam, that's not it. What the fuck is that?" You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like to me. Her offering that was like, I'm not going. So, anyways, we break up. A month after she's supposed to be gone, I noticed she's still here. I asked her, hey, what's up with the job? She's like, oh, it wasn't a full-time position that they offered. I wasn't, they weren't clear about that in the beginning. So I ended up declining the offer. I'm like, damn, that's unfortunate because I know you wanted to move. Well, at least the silver lining is me and you could pick up where we left off and get back together. She's like, nah, that's not going to work. I'm like, well, why not? Because we was on good terms. We only broke up because you was leaving. She's like, nah, I found somebody else and I'm already happy. I'm like, oh, time out. Hold on, bruh. First of all, how you find somebody that fast when you shouldn't even have been looking? What you should have been looking for was apartments, a U-Haul, a route to take to get to Phoenix. Why was you looking for another nigga if I was still in the picture? That's the first thing. And how you find somebody that soon that's making you so much happy that it's voided out or 6 months. Like to me, I was like, this is crazy. She was just like, it is what it is. Went, I went to her job to bring her flowers. She pitched them in the trash, went back to work. My heart was broke. I'm like, damn, this is really crazy. I bet. So we were broke up for a couple of months, right? In the midst of that, I find out who it is that she's dealing with. I mean, I don't care. I don't have no problem with him, but I just find out. Before I didn't know. So one day he says something on Twitter to one of his boys, and like I laughed about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was making her look bad. And I don't know why he thought that was like a shot at him, but he said something crazy to me. So me and him start having words to the point where she called me like, yo, could you please let it go? Because people who really know me know where I was about to take it with homie. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm not glorifying this. I'm not saying it was the right thing. I'm just saying the 27-year-old version of me in that situation was ready to eliminate the opposition completely. in totality. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, but I don't want to say it on YouTube. That's where I was at with it. And everybody who was observing the back and forth knew what I was on. And it was like, bro, it ain't worth it. I'm like, nah, it's worth it to me. And it wasn't even about her. It was the way he was talking to me. I said, cool. So I've been looking for this dude for a couple of months now, like at least 6 months. Never seen. So then I found out that they break up. Well, not really. They technically never were together. When she told him, oh, I'm leaving my boyfriend to be with you, he said, I ain't looking for nothing serious, so don't do that. She's like, okay. Women be thinking they could change a man's mind, so she did it anyways. Come to find out, I didn't even find this out till years and years later. Wasn't ever no job offer in Arizona. Sorry, I lied, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. That's what she did to me. Like she lied about having a job to break up with me smoothly so she could go fuck with homie cuz. And then when she got over there, he was like, nah, this is where the fun is at. We ain't doing the commitment. You know what I'm saying? Homie love you. He gonna give you a stable foundation. I'm over here to pour champagne down your throat and take you out for oysters and happy hour and shit and crab legs and then crack your crab legs like that. I got tons of shorties. And she still was like, I want to do this because I had a lot of debt at the time. So even though I was making a lot of money in my job, I didn't have a lot of liquid, like, disposable income. So I was saving all my money up to pay all this debt off so I can then start doing nice things with her, like taking her to different places. Let's go vacation, whatever. But at the moment, I didn't have it. So in her mind, she wants these nice things. He's willing to give them to her. She's going over there. Whole world, stay alert, stay alive. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At least she'd have been honest with me. So, anyways, when she gets sick of not getting a commitment from him, she cuts that off. Finds her way back to me. All the signs of should have been there. They've been like, I'm not going back to you. Go be with him. You thought he was better. Grass ain't always greener. But I go back to her. What I learned out years later in therapy is that this is for men and women. Let's step outside of the story real quick. Sometimes we go back to an ex who didn't treat us right, didn't love us right. We don't actually maybe love like that, or maybe we don't really want that relationship, but we tend to go back because it's our way of proving to ourselves that we're worthy enough for that person. Because if I would have broke up with her, I would have never felt the need to go back to prove myself. I'd have been like, I'm the one that ended it. But the fact that she ended it with me and essentially chose someone who she thought was better over me, this was my way of saying, no, see, you're coming back to what you know is better. I'm worthy. I don't advise anyone to do that, man or woman. Love yourself and know that you're worthy enough. Don't go back to someone just to prove that you are. It's a big mistake. But I went back. Shame, shame on me. So I go back. But I specifically tell her, you are not to communicate with cuz at all because it's up when I seen and he's the op. So no fraternizing. She's like, you ain't got to worry about that. I don't got nothing to say to him. I don't got no rap for him. Yada, yada, yada. Like she made it seem like he did her dirty. When the reality is he just kept it real with her and never changed what he said and she couldn't accept that. But she made it seem like that. So I'm like, cool. We sign a lease together. I get custody of my daughter. I'm happy because without being with her, I can't have custody of my daughter because of my work schedule. I worked too early to get my kid to daycare and pick it. It just wasn't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to moms to be making it happen like that. I salute y'all because I couldn't do it. So if I'm not with her, my kid go back to her mom. That wasn't the best scenario. That's another story for another day. I'm not going to bash her, but that just wasn't the best place for her to live. So I'm like, she got to come with me. So one day we picked up the kids from daycare. She leave her phone in the car because that's playing the music on the aux. We tuning out. She go to get the kids. I see homie cuz name pop up like 4 or 5 times on the caller ID. I'm like, oh, what's this about? Like a text message. So I want to snap, but in my mind, I'm like, nah, well, maybe she cut him off and he's just being persistent because I'm like that. I got like two shorties right now. If I still had their number, I'd be blowing their phone up, even if they got a boyfriend. I don't care. I'll beat your boyfriend up or he'll have to rumble me, whatever. Like, I'm still saying hi to you because yeah, I just, this is what it is. I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what I do. So I'm like, maybe he's doing that. So when we get to the house, I question her about it. And she's like, oh, no, it's not like that. His mom got cancer and she's kind of taking a turn for the worse. I felt bad. I want to send my, my love to, not my love, but my like prayers and well wishes. Ask how she was doing and be like, hey, I'm praying for her, whatever. So I was like, all right, I ain't that cold hearted. I don't want you really talking to him, but I get that. You was cool with the mom, bet. Let me see the messages though. If the messages back up what you're saying, we good. Don't talk to him no more, but I'll let that slide. She wouldn't show me the messages. She in her phone for like 10, 15 minutes, I guess deleting the evidence, then says, all right, here, fine, you can see it. After she denied me access about 4 times. I'm like, nah, you got to keep that phone, right? Me at 41 right now in that same situation, I'm just walking away from that. I'll figure my kid out. I'll figure the lease thing out. I'm not wasting my time in a situation like that now. At 28, I was like, damn, what do I do? I need to have my kid. I need to get this place. I'm stuck. So instead of me being like, oh, well, I'm just leaving you, I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to cheat on you every chance I get. So when everything done in the dark hits the light and everything hits the fan, and I figure out that you was doing something you shouldn't have been doing, or you was cheating, and you're like, oh, I kissed him. And I'm like, oh, you think that's cute? Boom, I cracked 40 joints while we was together. Take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing premeditated, like revenge cheating. It's crazy. You shouldn't do that. But that's what I was doing. Like, I'm going to cheat on her. So when everything hits the fan, I got mine too. That was my mindset. Relationship is progressing. We're together. I'm still treating her great. I'm loving her. I'm not treating her like I hate her, but I'm just not passing up no cheeks. I'm clapping every chance I get. So one day I go out, the dead of winter in Pittsburgh is freezing. As I'm about to leave the club, my homegirl calls me. The nickname is V. V calls me and says, yo, you still in the club? I'm like, oh, I'm about to pull out the lot right now. She's like, oh my God, my friend lost her car keys. We can't get in the car. It's freezing. We sit in your truck. Can you help us look for the car keys? I'm like, boom, y'all shorties get in my truck. I'll go find her keys. Y'all hang tight. Get out the cold. They're like, bet. They get in my whip. I go back in the club. I find the keys. I'm like, yo, warm your car up 10, 15 minutes. Let it get warm. Y'all can sit in my truck. Then you get in your joint. Y'all go home. They're like, cool. Thank you so much. When I get home, I'm telling my girl the story. Yeah, so and so. It's sounding like craziness to her, but I'm not being honest. Go to bed or whatever. That's it. Maybe a couple months after that, she accuses me of cheating on her with that girl that weekend. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I swear to God, I'm putting it on my grandfather, everything. I'm putting it on the dead homies, all kind of shit. She's just not believing me. I'm like, I didn't cheat on you. And the crazy thing is, I want to tell her, like, that girl doesn't even want me. So it's not even like I had the ability to crack Shorty. Shorty bad. She don't want me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she getting ball players and, you know what I mean? She don't want me. That's what I wanted to say, but I wasn't gonna come off like that. You know what I mean? I just was like, yo, it didn't happen. So she always believed it did. Fast forward, it's like 4 years later. Me and her done bought this big ass house. I just spent like 100 racks renovating it. It's crazy. We got the whole basement finished. So now with the basement being finished, all my boys come over on every Friday. We drink beers, play PlayStation, shoot dice, shoot. I got a pool table down there, big screen. You know what I mean? We doing man shit. We having man conversations, discussing how our week went, our families, our relationships. You know what I mean? Just bonding with each other. That's what we doing every Friday. So there's a chicken place around the corner from my house. Fire chicken is gone now. But my man Tone was like, bro, grab me some chicken from there. I'll pay you when I get there, but they'll be closed by the time I get out there. So I need you to get it from me. I'm like, oh, I got you. I go to the chicken spot, grab the wings, put them in the oven. I get home. Rail and Wayne show up first. They come through the garage, which is right outside the basement. They bring in beer, 30 pack or something, like Bud Light or something. We down there chilling, drinking, couple shots or whatever, listening to music. My girl comes down the steps, gives me a hug, gives me a kiss, was like, yo, I'm gonna go over to my cousin's house. We gonna have a girl night over there. I'm gonna get out y'all here, let y'all do y'all thing or whatever. What's up, Wayne? What's up, bro? They're like, oh, what up? You know what I mean? Cause she know my friends like the back of her hand. So they speak. She's like, all right, babe, love you. I'm out. Goes upstairs, leaves out the front door. Boom, I hear the door close. We down there talking or whatever. Wayne says something about like venting about his woman acting like she knows everything and she always be wrong. And I was like, bruh, same here. My girl always be thinking she know everything. She always be accusing me of cheating with V this one night, boom, 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 because she said I came straight home from the club, took a shower, then me and her did it. And when I finished, it wasn't as much liquid in her as it usually is when she goes to the toilet. I'm like, hold on, hold on, hold on. That's when I found out women are crazy. So you mean when I shoot the club up, and then you go in the toilet to put the kids back in the pool, you seeing how much kids is in the pool, and you saying, oh, that's less children than usual. He must be up to something. How you know I ain't fire off a practice round? You know what I mean? Whatever, but that's some lunatic moves. I was like, yo, she always accused me of cheating that week. But the reality is she's wrong because the weekend I cheated on her was the weekend before that. It wasn't that weekend. We get it was like a standing ovation. They cracking up, laughing. Wayne's like, oh my God, we laugh. I mean, we having a good time. Little did I know, when she walked out the front door to leave, she walked right back in before the screen door even closed. So when I heard it click, she's already back in the house. She forgot something. which I didn't know. So she's upstairs at the door just listening to me. Yeah, cheated on her. It was April 15th. Like running the dates and shit down, like all the details. And these two dudes down there, belly full of laughter. So I hear her coming down the steps, the steps creaking. I switched the convo up. Like, yeah, that's crazy. So I'm like, so I had my accountant file the extension with the IRS so I could avoid the penalty because in the tax code it says I'm just rambling off dumb shit. She comes down like, hey, babe, is the liquor down here? I couldn't find it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's back here. She's like, oh, okay, cool. I went to get some before I left. I'm like, oh, yeah, come on, babe. She's walking towards me. Soon as she gets in closing distance and striking distance, launches her red cup at me. Boom, juice all over me, juice on the wall. I take off. I sitting in a bar stool like one of these right here, but it's the one that swivels. I'm sitting in that joint with my feet up on the like the things right there, them joints, the and so I'm kind of like pinned. I jump down, I stumble a little bit. She claws the back of my neck, horse collars me. You know what I'm saying? And my girl wasn't like no petite joint. She wasn't like no fat joint, but she's like, she kind of thick. So she hefty. She horse collared me, tackled me to the ground. I tried to get her on a pool table. I couldn't. She was on some JJ Watt shit. Donald Aaron Donald shit, right? She's punching me. She's going to work, right? I'm trying to block it, but she's getting some shots in. My boy's like, yo, bro, don't hit her. Just whatever you do, don't hit her. I'm like, I'm not, bro. I need y'all to help me. So they walk over to start to help me. She was like, I'll fuck both y'all up. Get away from me. Y'all bet not touch me. They're like, they scared as shit. Cause both of them together weigh like 250. They both little as hell. So she's probably gonna wash at least one of them, right? So I'm like, yo, help me. They're like, nah, bro, we out of it. So she's going crazy. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, men shouldn't hit women, women shouldn't hit men. But in that moment, I could hear the hurt in her voice when she was screaming and going off. I deserved that. I 100% deserved that because not only was I cheating on her, I was making a mockery of her and laughing with my friends, Kiki, and so they could get a laugh at her pain as well, too. You know what I'm saying? So at the moment, I didn't know if she's mad about me making a joke about it or the actual cheating or a combination of both, but she was going to town, whooping my ass. So she finally gets up, she's crying, she's screaming. My heart is broke. I'm not gonna lie. That was the first time I was like, damn, I messed up. You know what I mean? Because at that moment, the reality of what I was doing to her set in, and I didn't like how it felt. I didn't at all. I was like, damn. So she goes upstairs, she starts breaking mad shit. She's breaking plates and shit going crazy. I'm like, fuck, let me go deal with this. I go up there. I'm like, babe, can you stop? She's breaking shit. I was like, all right, enough is enough. Don't break shit else because I'm the one that got to pay for this. I understand you're mad, but regulate your emotions. I don't know why I said that. I should have never said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, telling a woman to calm down is bad enough, but saying regulate your emotions in the fit of a rage like that, that's all Madden level accelerant on a fire to get fucked up more. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what? I was like, yo, chill out. Let's talk about it. She ain't nothing to talk about. She's going crazy or whatever. I step back and I'm like sitting on my counter, like shaking my head out the corner of my eye. I see somebody in the living room. And I glance over and shit. It's Tone. Tone walked in upstairs, the front door, in the midst of all that. So he didn't hurt me getting beat up downstairs and then hurt her breaking all the plates. He's in the living room in the dark, just quiet. He's afraid to like walk out and be like victimized. So when I see him, I'm like, yo, what's up? He was like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm like, hey, just wait in the basement for a minute. I'll be down. He's like, all right, cool. When I open up the door, I see Wayne and Rail trying to sneak out the garage with a trash bag they put all the beer in. I'm like, yo, what y'all doing? Nah, just wait. I'll be down in a second. They're like, all right, cool. So Tone goes to walk down the steps. He turns around. He was like, hey, you grab that chicken? Can I get that? Can I get that chicken, bro? I was like, I wanted to laugh, but she would have killed me. 100% she would have ended me if I would have laughed. So I go in the oven, get him his chicken. They go downstairs. I finish talking to her. She's like, I'm leaving. I'm going to my cousin's house. We'll talk tomorrow because I'm going to hurt you if I don't. I was like, I'm sorry. She takes off. Now she gone for good. I go downstairs. They laughing at me, cracking jokes. What happened? I'm telling them story. So now Tone is caught up and Wayne and Rail bear witness to this already. Touch and Radar show up later on, like maybe an hour later or whatever. They hook up the PlayStation. They're all playing. We eating, shooting pool, whatever. Wayne giggles or something like, man, she really, she tore your ass up. And Touch is like, hey, what y'all talking about? So now they tell Touch the story. Touch gets quiet. He mutes the game. He say, yo, why, why are we still here? She, she left. Oh, no, we out. She coming back. She clearing this all out. Yo, we got to go. We're like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. We chilling. He's like, yo, that happened. You're still down here having like guys night. I'm like, what you want me to, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So That happens or whatever. We finish the guys' night or whatever. They laugh about it. That's cool, whatever. She comes back the next day. We talk, and she said, "Why did you do that?" And I explained. I said, "When I seen you texting, dude, I automatically had the worst. If you'd have just showed me the messages and it would have been what you said, I would have been cool. The fact that you deleted stuff and went and showed it to me, it made me go worst case scenario. And so my pride was on the line. And basically, I explained everything to her like I did to y'all. And so I did it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I apologize. I'm like, but at this point, we either start fresh right now, bygones be bygones, and work towards this wedding we got planned, or we just go our separate ways. And we end up working towards it. And ultimately, it didn't work out in the end because it was just too much going back and forth. But I say all to say this is that I couldn't be with a woman who ever cheated on me or did something inappropriate like that to make me feel that way because I know deep down inside the way I'm going to treat you afterwards, subconsciously, is not going to be good. You're not going to like it. I'm gonna dog you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, she thought shit was sweet. She was texting homeboy and she with me, like she think I'm that kind. Like, what about me made her think she could do that shit? Word, watch this. Now I'm gonna go crack your sister. That's the kind of time I be on. So I realized, like, just to protect my peace, if I don't trust you like that, or you done something, it's over. I might not hate you, I wish you well, but we can't be together because I know how I'm gonna be once I find that out. So that's my advice to anybody. If you're in a similar situation, man, it's like do what's best for you, but also if you know that your decision is going to bother you later and make you subconsciously do things that you wouldn't typically do, just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Ladies too. And don't ever go back with someone just to feel like you're worth their love. And that's your way of proving it. You know what I'm saying? So this story is kind of funny, isn't kind of funny or whatever, but I thought about it because, like I said, my man James Davis was on a podcast last week. And one of the questions we asked was, if you found out your wife was cheating, could you forgive her? And he said, knowing me, nah, I couldn't. And it made me think about that. So I appreciate y'all listening to the story, man. Uh I think I'm gonna start doing these Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Y'all let me know. I think I want to put out a little bit more content, and I got a bunch of stories I keep thinking about. I'm like, I gotta crank these joints out. So I think I'm gonna start going to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a 3 a day joint, and it usually will be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Today's a little bit late. I apologize. But again, I appreciate all the support. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, please hit the subscribe button. Like, share, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend. Any way that you can help contribute to growing the audience on my channel, I greatly appreciate it. I said it before, I'll say it again. Without you, there is no me. And for that, I am forever thankful, man. I appreciate you tuning in. This is this episode of the Chronicles of Mike Murphy. I will see y'all on Wednesday.